with Nyx Moon Oracle, and today I am bringing you a Divine Masculine reading for the Divine Feminine. Just checking in on Divine Masculine's collective today. I wanted to get started by just tapping into their current headspace, heart space, and soul space, what they're feeling energetically, what's going on with them, how they're also seeing how they see Divine Feminine currently, the connective energy, and advice from Spirit. Okay, so first I'm going to see what's currently going on energetically with Divine Masculine. So I'm going to get an oracle. What's currently going on with Divine Masculine for this collective spirit? What's their circumstances right now? What's going on? Guarded. Okay. Spirit, why is Divine Masculine guarded? I'm going to get an oracle, Twin Flame Journey oracle. Spirit, tell me what the Divine Masculine is guarded about. What are they hiding or protecting or shielding themselves from? They're guarding themselves from surrendering, from being vulnerable, I'm hearing. Tell me more about this. And one more. Balancing the scales. This was in reverse, and I think Spirit's saying it just is supposed to be that way. And I don't read reversals normally, but Spirit's saying go that way. Okay. So what I'm getting is currently Divine Masculine is, I feel like it's just kind of shielding himself from the outside world. They are really afraid of facing themselves, being naked and authentic, surrendering to their authentic self is what I'm hearing. I'm going to get a tarot on this for clarification. I have ash on my fingers from saging. I'm going to get a tarot on this before I speak about it. But this balancing the scales, I feel that they're really avoiding this. That's why it's in reverse. They feel like there's no justice, or they're avoiding a confrontation or facing something. And I'm definitely hearing they're guarded. They're not facing themselves. Tell me about the self-worth, though, Spirit. Tell me about the self-worth. I'm going to shuffle these. Tell me about this self-worth, Spirit, in regards to the Divine Masculines. How is this guarding not being their authentic self? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it's the Seven of Cups. I'm hearing they determine their self-worth and not showing their authentic selves, guarding who they really are from people, because they kind of have this mindset of, they are their ego. They are their identity that they place upon themselves and not who they really are. I'm getting mask energy so much. They really mask who they are. They're not their authentic selves. They guard people from letting them in. And if people start to see the real them or kind of challenge this image, this fantasy image that they have of themselves, they just crumble, or they cut them loose, cut them away, ghost them. They give in to temptation easily, or they fight it. They definitely have fantasy thinking about themselves and situations that they're in. It's like they idealize a certain situation, and I'm hearing from Spirit, they're the type of person that's in love with being in love rather than seeing the other person as a true partner, a life partner. It's always some kind of fantasy in their head to kind of band-aid a situation. So if your Divine Masculine is dating someone else or just dating in general, or married or engaged, I'm feeling this masculine engages in fantasy thinking and goes with temptation, whether it's temptation of it's what the person has to offer them, or how it makes the divine masculine look to fit the fantasy, to fit this narrative, to keep their true authentic selves guarded, so they won't have to surrender to spirit, who they really are. They don't have to face consequences. They just move, and they cut away anybody who challenges them, their masculinity, their identity, that bursts the bubble of this fantasy and that they have of themselves. And how does this relate to divine feminine? How does this relate to divine feminine spirit? How does this relate to divine feminine? How does this relate to divine feminine spirit? Vague. This one wants to come out. Envious. One more. Childish. That really goes hand in hand with this Seven of Cups energy. It affects you in a way where they are, for some of you, if you are in the current relationship with the masculine, if you are in a relationship currently going back and forth, I'm feeling like they're really vague with their feelings and their intentions, and you almost feel like you can't penetrate that surface wall and really get to who they really are. They won't let you in. They won't tell you their exact feelings. You know there's more to them, but they're not, or the situation, but they're not really making it clear for you. For those of you that are either in separation, or this is for everybody, they have childish behavior, because if you burst their bubble or challenge their fantasy image that they have of themselves, they behave childishly. And this could be in the form of the silent treatment. This could be, storming off, blowing things up and turning it onto them, instead of, like, say they did something and you get upset by it. Well, they turn it around onto you and how it affects them. Because you challenge this, you're seeing through it. And for those that are in separation and not in union with or in a relationship, whether it's on again, off again, or permanent, I'm hearing that this comes in the form of ghosting. Like, you got too close to knowing who they were. They felt you were too close to finding out who they really were. They felt vulnerable with you, guarded, and you kind of challenged that. It was like they knew you could see right through them. And this goes for all of the collective, no matter what situation you're in with your divine masculine. They are vague. They have childish behavior. When you challenge their identity, their masculinity, it doesn't matter how they identify. It's energy. When they feel you seeing through them, challenging the mask, they either run, they shut down, they ghost, they ignore, silent treatment, or they just kind of hide everything away and keep everything covered in. Kind of just like not facing the confrontation, not facing the problem or the issues. And I'm also hearing, for some of you, they're very envious of how you see things in the world. They're very envious of how authentic you are. They're envious of your journey. They're envious of how in touch you are with spirit, your inner voice, living your best life. And it's just childish behavior. I'm also hearing, for some of you that are in separation, this masculine probably was never fully open with their feelings. They were very childish in the directions, almost like very immature, gestures, and that you never knew where you stood with them, because you could see right through them, and they knew this. They did like, I'm hearing they're very envious of how your connection, how open and free you are, how playful you are, of how you live your life, of how authentic you are, I keep hearing. Let me get some words to go with this. From Divine Masculine's higher self about the situation. Tell me about this, Divine Masculines. Why? Are you guarded? Why the fantasy? Why don't you face issues, the childish behavior? Tell me about it. What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about that? Yeah. This, I hope you're happy. I don't feel this is a very nice, I hope you're happy. This is almost, now for a few of you, this is like this Divine Masculine ghosted you because you got too close. You made them feel vulnerable. They didn't like it. They didn't want you finding out what their true life was like. You made them feel like they had to face who they really are, and they did not want to. They kept it vague. They were very immature with the way they expressed themselves. Very immature in the way they ghosted. Very envious of, I'm hearing, your beauty, your connection with spirit, source. I'm even hearing your connection with I'm hearing crows for some of you. I don't know if you have crows or birds or pets, period. That you were able to connect in a way with your pets or animals that even they have the inability to do because of the fantasy. They live very surface. And they do hope you're happy. For the others, I'm feeling this is a I hope you're happy. Like, this is your fault. Like something, they're blaming this on you. Like, my behavior is because of you. Are you happy now? You pushed me. Are you happy now? We had that fight. I hope you're happy. It's not a very nice energy. I'm going to get one more. Well, I'm going to use my card deck. The Twin Flame Journey Oracle by Nyx Moon Oracle. Spirit, tell me about this situation. What is there too much of, not enough of? What's being focused on too much in this twin flame dynamic, or not enough? Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on, Spirit, about this situation right here. And one more. Okay. Sorry guys, there's people doing construction. I think the people behind me moved out in my apartment complex, and they are just remodeling in there. And it's pretty loud. Okay, so what I'm getting in this situation, Spirit saying, if this energy is going on, you have to remember that you and your twin flame are one soul in two different bodies having experience, and you have a shared energy, and they are you. See, there's this mirror right here. They are you. There's another one. They are you. So if this energy is going on, this is also your energy. Spirit says that they want you to know that you are, at the astral level, you're, okay, let me go in. That hammer is really disrupting my flow. Spirit wants you to know they are you. You're two souls in one body I'm sorry, you're one soul in two bodies having an experience. And you start out as a soul, okay? And in the astral, you split into two, the positive and the negative. And each of these goes into a different body. Everybody has a twin flame. Not everybody will meet theirs or have soul recognition. It just depends on how things are meant to be in this lifetime with them. Like, some people, it depends on where you are energetically and how much in your mind you are, in your ego, will determine when you meet this person or when spirit decides you will meet this person. Because the closer you are to spirit, the more this can happen where you meet each other in the 3D life. But you split into two because this world is duality based, good, bad, just opposites. Happy, sad, mad, glad, black, white. It's just opposite. And that's how we are able energetically to be on this earth, because our souls split into two and into two different bodies, different polarities. And that's why the twins have this built up shared energy. It's like a magnet. And if there's that shared energy, they're not able to connect. And the chaser chases and the runner runs, just keep scooting with that chaser energy. So having said that, Spirit saying they are you. This energy that Divine Masculine's currently going through, expressing, this is a reflection of you as well. You really have to look at your behavior and leveling your shared energy. Are you being envious in this situation? Are you envious of this masculine in any way? Whether if they're with another partner or dating, or, you know, people, like say if you're in a relationship, I'm hearing, are you envious of them, of people engaging with them, kind of having a control over this masculine's comings and goings, and, you know, how the relationship's supposed to be? Are you exhibiting childish behavior? Are you expressing clear wants and desires in a unconditional, loving way, but with boundaries? Are you avoiding facing conflict? Are you in fantasy thinking about this relationship, about life? Are you being tempted? Are you easily tempted? I mean, really what's going on? Are you unconditionally loving yourself and putting yourself first? Are you surrendering and being authentic? Are you guarded from the world, showing who you really are, letting people in, what they know? Are you guarded from being your authentic self? Do you have a certain image of yourself, which is the ego, which is in your mind, of yourself? And does the masculine burst your bubble? And have you ever said, I hope you're happy? This is all a reflection of shared energy between you both, Spirit saying, because this looks kind of ugly to you, but Spirit saying you have to look in the mirror. This is your twin. This is your shared energy. They are a reflection of you. So you have to kind of examine yourself in this situation as well. That's an ugly truth to hear, but it's actually very helpful to you for soul alignment. That's what the twin flame journey is about, is your soul alignment, aligning with your soul, aligning with spirit, dropping the ego, getting out of the mind identification of what this 3D world tells you are. The 3D world tells you you're male or female or this or that. It's your personality. You are not your personality. You are not your mind. Because when you die, all of what you thought you were is gone. And what's left? Your soul. Your soul lives on. Your soul is not male or female. Your soul is not the funny guy, the goth girl, you know, the jock, the nerd, the whatever you label yourself as or believe you are. Your soul, period. It's the 3D world that gives you an ego, and your mind kind of runs things, runs the show. But Spirit's saying, if you get in touch with your soul, align with your soul, be in the present moment, don't identify yourself with what the mind is telling you. Really face your and reflect what you're putting out, because Spirit's saying this is shared energy. You're two bodies with one soul, two different polarities having an experience, and this is shared energy. Spirit wants you to look within your soul and see how you're exhibiting this behavior in your life, because they are you. Are you envious? Are you behaving childish? Are you getting your bubble easily bursted? Not facing who you are, not being vulnerable, not surrendering to soul alignment, being guarded? Spirit saying, take a look at that. I also had this come out, talk and text. This is for those of you in separation. Spirit saying, align with your soul. Let me find it. Align with your soul. If you're in separation and this masculine has, ghosted you, or is being vague with you, or childish in the way they dealt with things with you, Spirit saying, detach, let them go. Even if you feel the need to talk and text, silent. If they text you, what I'm hearing is, if you have to speak with them, like have to, you work with them, you have children with them, keep it business as usual. Just business. Don't reach out to this person. Get on your spiritual journey if you haven't already. Be in the present moment. Let go of this energy and focus on your ascension, you, your soul, and what all of this, how you're projecting this. And Spirit says, start with loving yourself and knowing your value, knowing your boundaries, knowing who you really are and not what the mind tells you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that was some rough energy. I didn't expect it to go that way, but I like when Spirit drops some knowledge. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get how the Divine Masculine currently sees Divine Feminine in their heart space. We know what the external looked like, which wasn't pretty. What was going on with them, how they saw you, just wasn't pretty. But I'm getting it. It's not just with you; it's with everybody. But remember, it is your shared energy. Okay. So, how is Divine Masculine for this collective currently seeing Divine Feminine in their heart space? She who rises up, Pearl, empower, uplift, and elevate. Yep, that's what came through earlier, that they are very guarded and vague and not facing things and envious, because they know that you're in tune with Spirit. They can feel it. They feel when you see right through them. They feel your power. And I feel for those of you that are in separation or on the twin flame journey and you are really going in, you are really working on yourself for your highest good, living your best life, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, being vulnerable, surrendering, and aligning with your soul. I'm hearing this Divine Masculine collective. My television just came on by itself with my meditation music. I'm not even near a remote or anything. I love when that happens. Thank you, Spirit. So they see you as empowering yourself, that you're elevating. This makes sense with the envious card. They see you moving forward without them. And they're probably in, and I'm getting for this collective, as I did earlier when I first started the reading, that they are in like fantasy relationships, opportunistic relationships, whether it's because of finances or it makes them look good, or they're in love with being in love, and just there's a warm body, a sexual supply, and somebody who strokes their ego. relationship, but it's nothing more than surface. It's a fantasy. And they're not facing it. They deep down, they know it. They know it. They carry it with them, and that's why they don't want to face it. They know, but they still don't face it. And that's just human behavior. That is everybody. We have things. We know that bag of Lay's potato chips or Oreo cookies is not great for us, but we just indulge in it, and we don't really face it. Like, we have behaviors that we don't face all the time, and we know it, but that doesn't mean we're going to change it or stop it or alter it. And that's where divine masculine is. And I feel for them, they are envious because they see you moving forward, rising up, living your best life without them, really in your self-worth. You know, the energy that I am getting, that I got earlier with the guarded, the fantasy, not surrendering, the childishness, not facing consequences, not wanting confrontation. I really feel like this was recent past or in the past. Spirit saying to go back here. This is recent past, this is recent, or it's the past or recent past. But since then, they've seen, this reading is definitely for people in separation. Spirit's clarifying it for me right now. And this was your shared energy. This is energy that you had. This childish chaser energy, not being authentic, fantasy thinking, not, being vague or allowing the masculine to be vague, being guarded, not really letting the masculine know who you are, just what you think that they liked. It's very childish. But Spirit's saying, you've changed this, or you are changing this, because this is past or recent past shared energy, and you're on the journey. You've realized what this journey's about. And although you are tempted to talk and text, you know this is not for your highest good. You know that they are you, that you are two souls in one body having an experience. And you're on the journey. And they see this and they're very envious. They're envious because you are empowering and uplifting and elevating yourself. You're rising above this bullshit. They don't see you. They're starting to see you not in this energy anymore. They see you valuing yourself, and it just makes them very envious. And some of them, they hope you're happy because they know. I feel like some of them are just stuck in these surface relationships because they haven't seen their value yet, or they're still guarded and they're not surrendering their authentic selves. They're still living in fantasy, temptation, and ego. But they're definitely seeing you in a very beautiful light, but it's so childish. It's just like, it's so petty. They see this, they see you, and although their soul recognizes the beauty in this, their ego is just being a dick. Like, looking down on you in a way for self-improvement, but also admiring you in the same way. It's very, very childish behavior. Very jealous, envious. They want it, but they're not able to, and they don't know how to. That's what their mind is telling them. Because they won't face it, and until they face their shit, it's not going to happen. But as long as you stay on your journey, your soul alignment, focusing on your best life, it actually helps this divine masculine evolve and ascend. And this, if they're feeling envious, it means you're having an effect on them. They may energetically know it. They may be looking you up on social media. They may have friends in common, family, like if you had children together, their family may see you in this way, just reporting back to them, and they're just in this dickish behavior. This is really beautiful energy. Keep going, Divine Feminine. What would they like to say to Divine Feminine as she's rising in her power? I still love you. What else, Spirit? What else, the Divine Masculine? What am I just saying? I got spooked. Of course they did. They ran because you scared the shit out of them. And your chaser energy. That chaser energy spooks the hell out of them. And also for this collective, you were too close, but bursting their bubble of their identification, their ego, who they really are. And it scares them because they're naturally guarded. They're naturally inauthentic because of life situations and beliefs, and they just have this fantasy thinking. They're with surface relationships because it's easier, and they can keep up the facade, and they can keep believing who they are. But this says they still love you regardless, and of course they do, because you're the same soul. They are you, and you love yourself. You're unconditionally loving yourself. You're letting go of this divine masculine, moving forward, and you're one soul. Of course they still love you, but they're scared of you, and they're envious of you. And if they weren't envious, if they didn't have any feelings for you, they wouldn't even be envious. They're you. Very, yeah, just feeling this just this childish energy from this person. Very immature energy. So Spirit, can you tell me, and that was in their heart space. So I'm going to get a topic that Spirit wants to talk about, energy or situations that are currently going on with this divine masculine. Just free-forming it today, no outline, no plan, just going with what's piquing my curiosity. Tell me about this masculine, what's going on? How teachable are you? This divine masculine is really needing to have teachable moments, and guess what you are? You're the teacher. School's in session, and deep down they know it. You are the keeper of the flame. You are the leader. You are the divine feminine, and you are the one who rises up. You are the one who leads the divine masculine. You're very aware of this dynamic. They're not. They are very 3D, and they will always be that way. Even if they're spiritual and they meditate, that's actually good, because this divine masculine needs more of that. So you are the keeper of the flame, and you see how your shared energy was. Divine masculine is still that way, but the envious and the I love you that came out, and I got spooked, it's showing me it's trickling. Your energy, your rising up, is trickling. The more you detach from this divine masculine, the more they are teachable. You are teaching them lessons. You are teaching them to ascend, even if you are not speaking to them. And it's recommended that you don't. You completely detox and detach. So this masculine has some teachable moments, so they can listen to the tune of their own soul. They can get naked with themselves and really see who they really are, their authentic selves, letting their soul just break through, dropping their guard, being vulnerable, stop identifying with the mind and who they think they are, and these superficial relationships that stroke their ego or serve a purpose, like financially, or like a trophy wife, husband, status. That's all ego. You're surrendering to who you really are, and who you really are. Did I say that? Who you really are. You're surrendering to who you really are. dropping the fantasies, that knowing that status in life or what you have or how you look is not important. It's important to take care of yourself. Very important to take care and respect your physical body and your surroundings. It's very important because that's living your best life. It's whatever makes you comfortable and being authentic to who you really are. How teachable are you is how teachable they will be. And you're very teachable because you're rising up. And that just helps this divine masculine. But you're doing this journey for you. Detoxing and letting go of this person. Let them live their life while you move forward with yours. And this, you'll see changes in this divine masculine. And when you do see the divine masculine growing and getting better and becoming a better person, Spirit's saying, don't let this childish behavior rise up in you because it's shared energy. Don't let this childish behavior rise up in you. Align with your soul. Don't be envious of their accomplishments and their soul growth. Don't focus on this person at all. It's all about you. And if this person comes into your life again, the focus still has to be on you in an unconditional, loving way, and you just share. And it's just chill. It's none of this shit. It's peace, chill, fun, all good things that love is. Are there going to be ups and downs? Yes, but you know what? They are you. And that mirror is always shining on you. Use the divine masculine as a gauge to where your energy is. If you feel pulled to the divine masculine, ask yourself why. Is this me being envious? Behaving childishly? What does this say about me? Okay, it's time to soul align and get myself right. Just change direction on you. Let go of this external person. This external person is not necessary to your ascension. And there's a lot of information about twin flames, how they need to be together, and they're meant to be together in mission and this romantic movie, fairy tale, passionate love affair. Well, that's not what this journey's about. It's about soul alignment and your ascension. Getting out of your ego mind. And when you do, it helps this person. And it does magnetically attract this person, because when you eliminate the shared energy or lower it, if you start lowering it, you're going to see this divine masculine coming in. But if they don't come to you correct, and if they come to you with sexual energy, or you're starting to feel that attachment, that obsessive thinking, that's just going to push it away. It has to be level. It has to be chill. Like, you can be sitting in a restaurant and just not saying a word, and it's okay. You both can be looking at your phone, and it's okay. There's no jealousy. There's no concern. You're both, looking at pictures you took on a trip together. You're just happy being with one another. You're just chill being with one another. You're just being. Love is being. And that's what the soul is, being. And spirit is love, soul is love, and being, presence. Enjoying every moment. I'm going to go into the teachable moment. How teachable are you? What lessons I feel, because divine masculine is seeing divine feminine rising up and working on themselves, or they're feeling it energetically, but I'm feeling they're seeing it too. What does this help divine masculine with? Being present, absolutely. I just said that. Being present, being in the now, getting out of the ego mind, getting out of fantasy thinking, future thinking, being stuck in the past. They're being present. And that's shared energy. If you are present and in the now, it teaches them. You and your ascension and your soul alignment and being in the present moment is affecting them profoundly. That's actually very beautiful. still amazed that TV and YouTube came on just all by itself. Okay, so I'm going to get a surrender card. Spirit, what do, since they are really connected right now and Divine Feminine is leading the way, and it seems like Divine Masculine is kind of slowly but surely following. Ah, there we go. The shared lesson in all of this is forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive the masculine. Forgive the story. Now, if it's I really want to say this because sometimes people think that toxic relationships are and abusive relationships are twin flame, and in the twin flame journey, like for me, my Divine Masculine has never openly hurt me, like never said anything. Well, I take that back, but it wasn't anything horrific. It wasn't anything abusive. Abuse is not part of the twin flame journey. My Divine Masculine, I know for a fact, would never abuse me or anything. Ghost me, stop talking to me, going in and out, because that's what masculines do. If that energy is high, and my chaser energy was high, they go in and out. Now that hurts my feelings, but Spirit's saying, have the wisdom, listen to your inner wisdom, know your value, see things out of your perspective and the more broad perspective and what they really are. Break through illusions of who you are, who you think you are, of the story, of the twin flame story. Everybody has a twin flame story. I have a twin flame story. Break through those illusions of what that is. And forgive yourself and forgive the masculine. But in abusive situations, that is not okay. That is not what twin flames do to one another. That's ego-driven, soulmate, karmic shit. And abuse is never okay. That's something that's not... No twin flames that I know have ever been abused by their twin flame. Have they had arguments? Yes. Have they done stupid shit? Yes. But abuse is just definitely not one of those things. And that's not okay. For me, abuse is a deal breaker forever. Bye. See ya. And value yourself to know that. Know the difference between twin and toxic obsession. But Spirit says, with this collective, forgiveness and compassion and kindness for yourself and your twin. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? I love these cards right here. They're so pretty. My favorite color is purple, so it just is. Yep, here we go. I think there's two here. Okay, I'm going to take the one on top. I'm going to take both, actually. But I'm going to concentrate on this one. Wise leader. I love this. I love this so much because I said this earlier, that you are the keeper of the flame. And she is holding a flame. Your battle, your journey, you are teaching this Divine Masculine. Spirit's just confirming. Spirit saying, let go of the story. Forgive yourself. Forgive your masculine. Move forward on your journey. Being present. Let me find it. Aligning with your soul. Detoxing from your masculine. Living your best life. Stepping out of fantasy thinking and temptation. Stepping out of childish, envious behavior. Realizing they are you, and being surrender to your authentic self. Drop your guard. Let Spirit in. Let Spirit lead the way. Balancing the scales, facing your conflicts, facing your shit, facing all these shadows that all of us just... Sometimes it's really hard to see who you really are, see what you really are, see what's on your side of the fence. Spirit saying it starts with self-worth, and you rise up, empower yourself, uplift yourself, elevate yourself, and ascend. And align with your soul. And that means and that helps the masculine with these teachable moments. You are a beacon to others. They're already seeing it, but they're taking it in a envious way. But that is where the curiosity peaks. If they see you changing, you're a beacon for them, even though they wouldn't admit it right now. Be the wise leader. Be the wise leader. And this helps the divine masculine. It helps this twin flame connection. I mean, not connection, dynamic. Fogged in, go slow, take time. Spirit said there is no rush on ascension. There's no rush, and don't rush to get your masculine back. Spirit saying, you cannot fool me. I know if it's authentic work that you're doing or lip service to yourself, so that you can get this divine masculine back, because Spirit knows. Spirit knows the bullshit. Spirit loves you. But Spirit knows you. Your soul knows you. You cannot lie to your soul. You cannot lie to Spirit. You cannot fool them. You try to fool yourself, but Spirit says you can't fool me. Stay on the journey. Be authentic with it. Don't just give it lip service. Don't just say you're spiritual and you're doing the work, and then meanwhile you're daydreaming at work about your masculine, or looking them up on social media, or, you know, running into them somewhere, or, you know, jealous of their current relationship, or that they're single, or whatever. That's Spirit saying you can't fool me. I see that you're doing this to look good to get this person back. You're not actually doing this for the right reasons. Spirit saying, go slow, take your time, be authentic to this journey. There's no rush. There's no rush. Because if you're doing this to get divine masculine back, this is not the way. Go slow, be authentic, go with the flow, be the leader. You're the keeper of the flame. Be strong, be present, align with your soul, detox. Don't give in to fantasy and temptation, because the mind will try to trick you into thinking a little daydream here and there, or I'm going to create a vision board. I'm going to make my best life because masculine and I are going to do this, this, and this. When you're thinking of your best life, it has to not involve this person. Look at it this way. Say you have the mailman, okay? Are you going to, now if you're divine masculine's your mailman, please don't disregard this. What I'm saying is, it's somebody that you don't know very well. It's just an acquaintance. Would you plan your life revolving it around the mailman? If you wouldn't, don't do it for divine masculine. You do it for you, not divine masculine. You have to look at divine masculine like any other person. Would you plan your life around, you know, your doctor or your neighbor 5 houses down? No. And don't do it for divine masculine. Spirit's saying, don't try to fool me. Don't try to fool yourself, your soul. We know. If you're putting up a front that you are on this journey and you're living it, but you're doing things and texting this person, talking to this person, you know, if you have to talk and text, keep it business as usual. But reaching out to this person for attention, or creating a scenario with them, or sending them something that, you know, you think they would like, Spirit's saying detox. If you have no business texting this person, don't. Detox. Detach from the physical person. You're already one soul, but detach from the physical person. Be the wise leader. Wise, key word. You're the keeper of the flame. You're a badass warrior. Spirit's saying be more Queen of Swords. No bullshit. No bullshit. Discerning. Don't go with your emotions or your ego. Go with your soul and what's for your highest good. No bullshit. Cutting away anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Rise up genuinely, authentically. Empower and uplift and elevate yourself. Take time and go with the flow. And make it authentic, because you can't fool Spirit. Spirit just had a mic drop moment. Whew. All right. That inspired me. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get... Spirit, I'm going to see what advice you have. What can divine masculine and divine feminine, did I already do this? Surrender to. I've done so much. Yes, I have. Forgiveness. Okay, good. No, that wasn't a surrender. Sorry, guys. I guess I should have made an outline. I'm going to see what Spirit says about surrendering. What does divine masculine and divine feminine need to surrender in this journey? Oh, God, yes. We just talked about this. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Another mic drop moment. Okay. What Spirit's saying is what I was saying earlier, but this is more elegant. This is more beautiful. You're a beacon for others. Be that wise leader. Spirit's saying you don't have to do anything to get this divine masculine back. You don't. You just have to be the wise leader and be on your spiritual journey, cutting away bullshit, knowing your self-worth, living your best life, facing things and shadows and balancing that shared energy between you two. That's it. And how do you balance the shared energy? You be still and not act. Breathe. Focus on your own power. That is your soul. And let others come to you. That's what the whole twin flame dynamic is. They are you. Okay? When you are this wise leader and you're rising and aligning with your soul and elevating yourself, meditating, going within, knowing what this journey's about, not running around in childish, envious behavior, and focus on your ascension, not trying to fool yourself or fool Spirit by outwardly doing the work, but inwardly doing the work. You can't fool Spirit. Don't act like you are doing something when you are doing the opposite of it. Now, are you doing the meditations? Are you aligning with your soul? That's fantastic. But are you daydreaming? Are you reaching out, texting and talking? Are you talking about divine masculine with others? Are you looking at their social media? Then that's actually fooling yourself and fooling Spirit, because you're doing all this stuff for the wrong reasons, and it's for your ascension. It's for your ascension. Spirit saying being on the true spiritual journey and lowering that shared energy and being present and being still and not in your ego mind, not reaching out to this person, being in the present moment, aligning with your soul and Spirit, knowing your self-worth, balancing the shared energy, that magnetizes this divine masculine to come to you anyway. Period. And it helps them ascend. So Spirit's saying, just surrender to non-action. Don't worry if this masculine's coming in or not. It doesn't matter. You're supposed to detach from this person. You fall in, be the wise leader and know your own power. This is your journey. This journey it's called a twin flame journey, but it is the true spiritual journey. It's the true spiritual journey. And Spirit says, this is what it's about. Aligning with Source. Source, God, universe, the creator, the maker, however you label the universe, the creator, Source. Align yourself with Source is what it's all about. And your soul. It's not about divine masculine coming in and living this fairy tale romance, making yourself happy. It's about celebrating your life, living your best life. You're experiencing for Spirit. The Big Bang happened. All of us were created. Every piece of the universe we're all connected to. And we're experiencing life for Source, for God, for Spirit. And Spirit wants you to be the leader and celebrate your life. Let it affect your world, your family, your children, your friends, your community. Be the wise leader. Align with Source. So this can outwardly expand. It's so much more than your divine masculine. It's you. It's your soul and how it affects the vibration of the world and those around you. Let divine masculine come to you, but you can't even worry about it. I mean, that's just the way it is. Know that you're protected. You are protected. Ask Spirit for guidance. Spirit comes in so many forms. Comes to you. Spirit saying, watch out with the flirting. If you have to speak to divine masculine, be present. Keep it business as usual. If you even run into them, and this happens when you are lowering your shared energy, this happens. The flirting. You can speak to divine masculine, but if you catch yourself flirting, that is that sexual energy building up. That's that shared energy. And when you feel that, align yourself and shut the conversation down. You don't have to answer every text or every phone call from divine masculine unless you have children or business together. But keep it business as usual. What else, Spirit? What can assist? What can the divine feminine and masculine? Yep, meditation. Be present. Align yourself with source. This is all what the twin flame journey is about. What else would you like divine feminine to know in closing? Be present. Present moment awareness. Be aware. Don't worry about, see the time here? This goes back to go slow. When you feel like you're in that flirty energy or you run into your divine masculine, go within, take your power back, because you feel it kind of leaving your body when a divine masculine's around. If you have that shared energy, just take it back within you. Take a breath, take a deep breath. Focus on the present moment and take your time. Go slow. Business as usual. Or else they'll run. If you come at them with this flirty sexual energy or that chaser energy or childish energy or envious energy, they run. And they will keep running even if you're on this journey, if you're not doing it fully, if you're not fully embracing the spiritual journey. They will keep running because they're addicted to everybody and everything but you until that shared energy is gone. And how do you level shared energy? Be present. Present moment awareness. Bring your attention to the now, not what your mind is doing, not thinking of a future with the divine masculine or thinking of the past and the story. That doesn't matter. What happened, what matters is now. And you're going to have some stumbling blocks ahead in this journey. And you're going to feel like, I thought that I was doing so well. Spirit's saying, be the wise leader. Keep it going. You're going to have stumbling blocks ahead. Be present. Accept the present moment as it is. Okay, you had a stumbling block. Rise above it. Empower yourself. Get back on it. Align with source. Align with your soul. And that means being present. What else, Spirit? I'm going to get two more. And then I'm going to get a message about what he didn't say. And, yeah, business as usual. I've been saying that through this whole reading. If you have to speak with divine masculine or you run in, keep it business as usual. If you have to talk to them, keep it short. If they run into you, keep it short. Make an excuse that you have to go. I have to go pick my kids up, or I have to go to the store, or I have to go to an appointment. Because if you feel that shared energy, it's just going to build up and they're going to run. You'll know when they come to you when it's the right way, because you will not feel that shared energy. And the more you do run into them, or because the more you are on this journey, the soul is going to give you test after test after test. That's why Spirit says you're going to have stumbling blocks, but they're learning. Look at them as learning moments. How teachable are you? Spirit's saying, learn from them. Don't look at them as failures. Look at them as teachable moments. Because the more you do this spiritual journey, you're going to realize more and more what everything is, and the pain is going to stop, and you're feeling good, and then you run into them. Spirit's saying, business as usual. Treat them as you would any other person. Take a deep breath, level your shared energy, and if you feel like you get in the car or something, or you leave the situation and you feel that energy, take a deep breath, Focus on your soul, the present moment. Look around your car without any judgment, or wherever you are when they leave or call or text. Just breathe. Remember the journey and move forward. If they text you out of the blue, which they will, or call on this journey, business as usual. And you don't have to answer every text and call. You just don't. And if they ask you why you didn't, oh, well, you know, I didn't get it, or I meant to get back to it. It doesn't matter. You're protecting yourself. You don't have to tell them why. Be the wise leader. I'm going to get one more, Spirit. What else can help Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine on this journey? Yeah, calm down this intensity. When you are in the present moment, the intensity between you dissolves. It turns, oh, they're the same colors too. It turns the runner into just being, and they're magnetized to you. But as long as you have this intensity, this shared energy, they're just going to be the runner and addicted to everybody but you. So Spirit's saying, just stay on the journey, be the wise leader, look at stumbling blocks as teachable moments, go within and meditate, align with source, be in high vibration, and be at the present moment as much as possible for the benefit of you, your family, your outer world, as well as your soul. Then that will help you. I'm going to get an oracle. Spirit, what's possible future energy with this connection? If Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, if Divine Feminine continues on this journey as the wise leader and really just embraces this spiritual journey. Okay, Spirit's saying to be on this journey and to be the wise leader. When you feel the stumbling blocks, Spirit did not want to get off the topic of stumbling blocks. When you feel like sometimes this journey is too hard, that's your mind telling you that, because your mind doesn't want you to continue, because it's more comfortable living in fear and self-sabotage because it can control you. It keeps you down, and that's just mind conditioning it's just generational mind conditioning, programming. Spirit's saying, invite me in. Whenever you feel like you're in a stumbling block or stuck, don't be hard on yourself. Invite me in. Align with me. Invite me in. Pray. Meditate. Meditate. Invite me in to pursue you, to engage with you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Show me the way. Show me what I need to do. I need to feel you right now, because I'm feeling this is a little too hard, and I need you. And Spirit's saying, go within. Invite Spirit in and meditate. Sit with Spirit, sit with your soul. Surrender to non-action. Be still, breathe, focus on your own power. Okay? And this says, let others come to you. Pursue me. Let Spirit, what's good for you will happen when it's supposed to in divine timing. It won't miss you. So it doesn't matter if you don't take that text, you don't answer that phone call, you're business as usual, you're detoxing and silent. Spirit's saying, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter. Let others come to you. This journey is about you and aligning with Spirit. It's really beautiful. What else, Spirit? I'm going to get one more card to close this out. All of this is very beautiful. This is just encouraging you all to just really embrace the journey, not just surface, not just embracing the concept of it or the spiritual understandings of it, but actually doing it, doing the work. There's one thing to know about it and talk about it and experience it, but it's another thing to do it. Like, I can watch Survivor and love it and talk about it and just vicariously live experiences with it, and I understand the concepts, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to get my ass out there on Survivor just by wishing. If I want to get on Survivor, I have to take the action to do it. I have to do the work. I have to get my body in shape. I have to get healthy. I have to mentally be okay to be in a environment like that. Spirit saying change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness, I spoke of this earlier. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. It's actually not the ego that finally sees the utter madness trying to control everything. It's your soul. Your soul sees the utter madness. And when you are in alignment, you'll start to see the utter madness of your mind trying to control everything. The self-sabotage, saying, you know, it's too hard. The fantasy thinking, the not wanting to face confrontation, you know, limiting self-beliefs about who you are, feeling that you need to have this behavior to get somebody. The ego is envious. The ego is childish. The ego isn't free. The ego is inauthentic and will not surrender to authenticity. The ego tells you this journey's too hard. I'm better off if I do this, or I'm gonna take a break from this, or it won't hurt just to have a little, you know, text with him, or coffee with him, or sleeping with him or her or them. It's not gonna hurt if I just, you know, I can get back on this journey tomorrow. Kind of like I'll start my diet on Monday. Spirit saying, bring focus to the now. See that this is utter madness. This is your ego saying, it's too hard. You know, it just makes you believe the shell of who you are. It just runs the show. And when you're on this journey, your soul starts to see the utter madness, controlling everything. And then, once you see that, this is where I am on my journey. I see everything different now because I've been on this journey for a while and really embracing it, I'd say, since fully, I would say I started to do the dance where I'm, you know, understanding it, I'm saying all the right things, I'm practicing, I'm doing it, but I would hit these stumbling blocks and I'd have a daydream, or I'd get a little jealous, or I would, you know, send a text, and I wasn't embracing the full journey. And all I was in was pain. All it does is cause me pain because they're literally addicted to everything and everyone but you. And they feel that chaser energy and they just go. And your mind wants nothing more than for you to be stuck in your ego, controlling you and in pain because it's happy there. And when you see this, when you see all of this, when you align yourself, your soul lets you know. It's like watching a little kid, you know, run around playing with matches. You know it's not good. And that way you can kind of take the matches away from the kid, and the gasoline too sometimes. So that's the change that will happen with you. Right now it may seem hard on this journey, but Spirit's saying, as you keep moving past these stumbling blocks and really being the wise leader, surrendering to non-action, being still, meditating, you know, focusing on your power, being in the present moment, aligning with Source, calling on Source, meditating, taking your time. This is not a race. Ascension is not a race. There's no such thing as time, and you'll realize that. I highly recommend The Power of Now because it can help you with this, the ego death. It can help you with this journey so much. How teachable are you? Once your soul lets you know, it's so easy to see, but you have to get to that point. You have to get to the point of seeing the child running around with gasoline and matches, and that is your mind running around with gasoline and matches and telling you everything's going to be okay when you know clearly it's not going to end well. It's that sneaky energy that tries to convince you it's okay. This is okay. This text isn't going to hurt anybody. They'll really like this product, or they'll really like this, or this could really help them, or I love this song, they'll love it too. And you just want to send it or share it or call them and talk about something. You'll look for any excuse to do that. But Spirit's saying, keep on the journey, and eventually you'll see it, and it won't seem so hard anymore. Take your time. Be easy on yourself. And there wasn't one more, I believe. Yep. Detach. I'm getting a lot of messages, sorry. Detach. That's the whole point of the twin flame journey as well. You have to detach from the physical person. With detachment, you finally feel the whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire, which is divine masculine. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. I love this. This is what I've been saying the whole time. They will. Spirit has just been on fire today. Spirit's saying, yeah, she's right. She's speaking it the way I want it to be spoken. The more you focus on you and this journey and detaching from the physical person and aligning with soul, your spirit, being in the present moment, that divine masculine is going to come up on you so quick. Now, the discerning part is, yes, they're going to come in, but are they coming in right? And how do you feel? Pay attention to that. How do you feel when they do contact you? How do they feel? When you get that text from them, are you excited? Do you feel that energy? That means you need to not answer that text or call. Take a few days if you need to. I mean, if it's something in regards to your children or work or an emergency, that's different. It's business as usual. The Spirit's saying, detach fully from your desire. This goes with manifestation as well. Detach. But you can't manifest your twin. I'm just saying detachment is the key to getting desires fulfilled. With a twin, you have to detach from the physical person and wanting to do the journey for that goal of having the physical person. With other things like a soulmate, say you're not really interested in the divine masculine, you can manifest a soulmate. You can tell Spirit and be clear with exactly what you would like, how this person should complement you, what you have to offer the table, and live your best life. Detach and let Spirit work its way for your desire. And that's the beautiful part of this journey as well, is you don't have to be with this person. You can be by yourself, or you can be in a soulmate relationship, where you can feel those exciting, passionate feelings, and they won't run. But it's your spiritual ascension, whether you're in a soulmate relationship or not, and what's for your highest good should always be first. And if you have children, that affects them as well. Your highest good is their highest good as well. That's really powerful. Detach and let the soul tell you when the ego is running amok. Just listen. And your soul will get louder and louder and louder, and you'll be able to see the ego running around with scissors or, ready to cause some trouble. You'll know, you'll feel it. Deep down, you know anyway. That's your soul telling you. Even back when I first started my journey, I didn't even know what twin flames were. I had no idea. I hadn't even heard of them. I was not a spiritual person. I was just going through life. And I knew even then that my behavior was not good for my highest good. It was not the right thing to do. That was my soul telling me, chill, just chill, don't. My gut, my intuition knew. But I did it anyway. I gave the child the scissors and let it go running around with the scissors. So Spirit's saying, detach and pay attention to what your mind's telling you. I'm going to end this with a message from Divine Masculine's higher self of what they didn't say to you, but wish they would have, just as a closing. This is a very different Divine Masculine reading than I do, but Spirit wanted it to come out a certain way. And that's where I go. This collective, Spirit really wants you to focus on your spiritual journey rather than the masculine. I do not like the tension our ending has left between us. Please understand, I'm not ready to be accountable yet. Absolutely. That came out in the beginning of the reading. Where did I put the cards? Here they are. Okay, right in front of me. Okay, I'm going to find it. Alright, where are we at? It'll probably be the last card. It's a lot of cards. This isn't the card, but that's part of it. They're not ready to be accountable yet. I'm looking for the scales, the balance, the justice. that card that came out. Let me see. If I can't find it, I'll just move on. But I really wanted to make the point. Yeah, I can't find it. That's strange. It may be here. There it is. They're not wanting, this came in reverse for a reason, and I don't read reversals. They're not wanting to face this or be accountable for what their actions have been to you. They don't like the tension right now. But that's good, actually. It gives you a chance, and this is also confirmation this collective is in separation. They're not ready to be accountable yet, which means you have work to do. You have some changes to make, and you have to detach from this physical person. Align with your soul, raise your vibration, business as usual. Be aware of the present moment and be present. Align with source, ask source for help. Watch that sexual energy. Know your value. Stay out of the fantasy thinking. Detach. That goes to detach and change. Meditate. Go slow. Empower yourself. Know you're protected. Have those teachable moments. Eliminate that intensity, that shared energy between you. Detox. Surrender to non-action. Be the wise leader. See stumbling blocks as those teachable moments. Surrender to your authentic self. And realize when the ego, realize when the ego and your mind are controlling the show. Remember, they are you. Whatever their actions are, it's a reflection of how you're doing on this journey. If they're running, ignoring, ghosting, silent, not so nice, look in the mirror. What is this saying? What work needs to be done? Detach. That means you're focusing too much on this person. Still. And you're not aligning with source and soul. Just remember, they are you. So if you're seeing them in a certain way and they're behaving in a certain way towards you, or that's your perception or feelings, they are you. And they're going to run. And if they're staying away, it's because you are not detaching fully. You're in your ego, your mind. And you know what? That's going to happen. You're going to have stumbling blocks. It's not going to be perfect at first. But don't let the ego tell you this is too hard, because it's not. It's the easiest thing to do, yet the hardest at the same time. But once you're in a certain stage, like I am, I used to think it was so hard. I would get so upset with myself. And that is just the ego messing with you. That's your mind messing with you. They want you to give up. The mind wants you, the ego and the mind want you to give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Take your power back. Be that beacon of light. Be the leader. How teachable are you? I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was really helpful with you guys. This was a little bit different, a way different Divine Masculine reading than I usually do. But Spirit really wants you to focus on this journey and not the masculine. And that's going to probably become louder and louder and louder until it's done. So I hope that this helped. I hope the information helped. And if this wasn't your situation, I do these every Tuesday, Divine Masculine messages and energy check-ins every Tuesday, Divine Feminine Journey with messages from Divine Masculine option at the end of the reading on Mondays. So check back. Maybe I will be able to tap into your situation and your energy then. Thank you so much